So I've done an entire series on how to use everyday objects as weapons. The crowbar is one of the most versatile ones there is, okay? The crowbar is great because you have that raking ability and you have that smashing ability. And in the right hands, a crowbar can be very, very, very dangerous. The actual Half-Life 2 Gordon Freeman method is not really the best method, okay? You want to maintain both your hands on this at all times because you have more raking and crushing power and you have more control of the weapon, and the other person is less likely to take it from you and use it against you. The only exception is with smaller crowbars like this one. I would say this is better in some ways because you can wield this like a baton if you know what you're doing, right? And you can get away with doing stuff that you normally wouldn't do if you have the element of surprise. Now, in a self-defense situation, the problem is you don't have the element of surprise, okay? So if we're talking about self-defense, you have to contextualize that completely differently than if we're talking about counterterrorism type stuff. Now, we're literally talking about this guy is a terrorist shooting a place up. Okay, all bets are off, and and you can do surprise attacks using items like this, right? But in terms of self-defense, they already know the altercation is happening because they're the aggressor, right? This is one of the reasons that criminals have the upper hand a lot of the time, because they get some vote in how this is going to go down. They got a lot of vote. They get to decide the time and place that this is going to happen, right? Now, you get to decide the circumstances. You get to decide what do you carry on you every day? Where do you go every day? What are your routines? These are ultimately your decisions. I know they're shaped by other people, but you as a man are ultimately making these decisions, right? And so you can set yourself up for victory. And, if you have a crowbar or something like that in your truck, the cool thing about a crowbar is it's a tool. Even if you're on probation or even if you're in a country like the United Kingdom, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to have a crowbar in your truck or in your vehicle because it's a tool and you need it for work, right? That's why I'm going to be going into all these different tools and how they could be used as weapons. But you typically want to have both hands on the weapon, and you want to try to use this for striking, and then you can also have this for blocking, right? So you can block using this, and then you can strike and you can counterattack. And if you face it this way, you can rake and you can get it into the eyes, stuff like that. And this allows for a lot of use of force escalation because, I can block and I can hit the bridge of the nose. Or if it gets more serious, I can hit the neck. I can gouge the eyeballs out. There's a lot of things you can do. You can go up the escalation ladder with this thing as needed, right? So you don't have to go straight to lethal force with this thing. Just like a baton, you can do different stuff with it that's not going to kill the guy, but if it gets serious enough, you can escalate the force, you can up the ante. And the crowbar is just such a weapon that you can really up the ante with it. And so I highly recommend people have a crowbar, and in most countries you could have one, assuming you're not basically in a place like North Korea or in a place like the United Kingdom. If you need to go Gordon Freeman on somebody, crowbar 100% could be used as a weapon in real life. It's also a very good tool for opening boxes. It's a breaching tool. You could use it to open doors, stuff like that. In the right hands, a crowbar is an extremely versatile tool in general, and you should own a crowbar. But yeah, it can definitely be used as both a defensive weapon and a counterterrorism situation. You could use it to go on the offense as well. If something crazy is going on and all you can get is a crowbar, it could even the odds, and it could maybe enhance your chance for survival. Or you might just need to use it to escape. If there's something crazy going on, you might need to access a doorway that otherwise wouldn't be accessible. All that Gordon Freeman type stuff, By the way, what's up with Half-Life 3? I'm trying to figure out. I've only been waiting for it for 20 fucking years. I'm just saying, Valve, what's going on with that? Listen, if Valve doesn't release Half-Life 3, we're going to have a problem. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. See you guys in the next one.